Welcome to episode 2 of Abyss to Zinc. My name is future Hall of Famer Scotty B. We have Playboy Andrew. He is not on a blowaway diet, people. Not yet. Give him a couple more months. I could be on the blowaway diet in a few months. I wouldn't mind dropping a few pounds, you know. But I don't want to be like Buddy Rose and pass away young. But anyway, so as by popular demand through Andrew, we have done this is our second episode of this. And I'm actually, I will admit, I'm fond of it. I'm fond of the research part of it. I'm having a blast finding shit for it. Because, man, there's more than enough stuff to go around from May 30th of 1987, which is the day we're doing today.
Tell the good people what match we're going to be talking about.
We're going to be watching, or talking, we're not watching, we'll put the link in there. The Islanders against the Can-Am Connection from Superstars of Wrestling, May 30th, 1987. We'll get into the details of the match once we get to it, but it's a cool little match. I remember having this on tape. One of my first ever tapes I had, a neighbor had recorded spring and summer of 87. I had this match, so I watched the shit of this match. So I knew it right away when it came up. But it's a fun little match, yeah. Not too long. It's only about 5 minutes long, TV match, but still pretty cool. It's going to be fun. I definitely say check it out in the description. We're going to jump in right into our our formats. Say for Andrew, what was he doing on May 30th, 1987?
Well, this is a weird time for me because I remember the build-up to WrestleMania 3. Mm-hmm. Either we had cable or Superstars was shown on CBS. I don't know. For whatever reason, I don't remember any of the TV until like the build-up to Mania 4.
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit. I got some stuff I'm going to pull up. I went through some archives and pulled up some TV listings and stuff. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so I was neck deep into my professional wrestling fandom at this time, renting as much wrestling tapes as I can find, getting the toys, getting the magazines, just being the wrestling guy in my school.
Yeah. That's it? That's all you're doing? May 30th? Yeah. Okay. May 30th, 1987. I'm still into the harness racing. So this is how my day would start real quick. Eat lunch. My grandfather picked me up at 1 o'clock. No, around 12:30, go to the track till 5. Hang out with my friends. We all hung out together. All the kids and the drivers all hung out together. Did our thing, and maybe we could win a couple bucks, which sounds crazy, but it's really true. That's how it worked back then. And that's pretty much it, man. I usually go to my grandparents' house at night on Saturday night and hang out with my grandfather and my uncles and stuff, watch some hockey, which we'll get into sports in a little bit. We're going to jump in right away into the house shows. So I'm going to jump into WWF house shows. And for every main event, I'm going to pull up a picture because I grabbed some pictures on the internet if people don't know what that place is. You can find stuff like pictures and videos and stuff. You know about that, Andrew?
They have it on computers now?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a new thing. You can book flights. You can book flights and stuff on it. All right. So we have 3 house shows of WWF in this day. The first one's in Jonestown, Pennsylvania at the Cambrai County War Memorial. 1,942 people showed up for this show. First match, Bam Bigelow defeated Tony Garea with a splash. It's just like Garea's still wrestling, man, in 87.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bam Bam's there that early. I thought he was later.
No, well, he might have been doing like a little house show, but yeah, he's there. Shadow 2, that's Holise. Oh my God. Pronounce the name, Andrew, because I'm tongue-tied.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Luis Rivera.
Jose Luis
Rivera, yeah. Pin Jim Powers with a headbutt in 14 minutes. That's a long fucking match.
Well, the thing is with the WWF house shows, a lot of times they would have bullshit matches at the start because they're waiting for people to show up.
Yeah, well, that's a bullshit match.
Yeah.
The fact that he beat Jim Powers is it's a little surprising. S.D. Jones pinned Nikolai Volkov in 6 minutes and 16 seconds with a roll-up. 6 minutes and 16 seconds too long that match was.
S.D. Jones getting a win over Nikolai. That's
yeah. Demolition defeated the Killer Bees in 13 minutes when Axe pinned Brunzell with a double axe handle from the middle turnbuckle. Okay. He had the sleeper on smash, and that's what happened. Butch Reed fought Tito Santana in a 20-minute draw. Immediately after Santana hit the flying forearm after the match, Santana cleared Reed for the ring. Paul Roma pinned Shadow number 1, Randy Cooley, a.k.a. Original Smash, a.k.a. Moondog Rex. 11 minutes and 28 seconds. Oh, that's a long fucking match. And in the main events, let me go. I got so many windows open, man. I'm surprised my computer has not crashed yet. Let's find my main events. Where's she at? Come on, bad boy. Here we are. Our main event is right here. Billy Jerk Haynes versus Hercules. I want you to guess who won that match, Andrew, and I don't even know yet because I have to look.
Is it Billy Jack?
No, Hercules won. It was a chain match in 6 minutes and 22 seconds with his feet on the ropes. After the bout, Haynes applied the full Nelson until several wrestlers came out and pulled him away.
You know what that smells like to me?
A shitty house show?
It smells like a C show.
Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The next one's in Baltimore, Maryland, so I'm guessing this is the A show. Lanny Poffo defeated Terry Gibbs. Jerry Allen, subbing for Dick Slater, defeated Jimmy Jack Funk. Sam Houston defeated Tiger Chung Lee. The Islanders defeated Don Morocco and Bob Orton Jr. And it's interesting this happened in Baltimore that day. Danny Davis defeated Coco Beware by countout. Kamala defeated George Steele by disqualification. Sweet Jesus, that match would be shitty. The Honky Tonk Man defeated Corporate Kirshner, subbing for Jake Roberts. And in the main events, we have... Coming up. Come on. There we go, little buddy. Click for me. There we go. Hulk Hogan against Harley Race.
You know, honestly, other than Hogan and Race, that kind of sounds like a B show to me.
Yeah. It's Hogan wins. Hogan pins Race.
Yeah.
And the last house show for World Wrestling Federation that day, that's in St. Paul, Minnesota at the Civic Center. Ron Bass defeated Outback Jack. Hillbilly Jim defeated Iron Mike Sharp. Brutus Beefcake, Jacques, and Raymond Rougeau defeated Greg Valentine, Dino Bravo, and Johnny Valiant. Ken Patera defeated Killer Khan, subbing for the Iron Sheik. The World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions Jim Neidhart and Bret Hart defeated David Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid. After the bout, the Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Mario Jannetty, came out and challenged the Hearts to a title match.
Huh.
Interesting. That's when they were in for like a day and they got fired.
Plus, they were in Minnesota, so it's like how they would have Mad Dog Vachon featured more prominently when they did Minnesota shows in '84.
Yeah. And in the main event, we have a steel cage match from Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And that match ends with, obviously, Steamboat defeats him in the cage match.
Johnny, I think that's a no-brainer. That's the best card of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know, like that Hogan card, they still got a good payoff, a lot of them guys, but that was the best match. So that's the best stuff. We'll jump into the other house shows, but why don't you get into the stuff that I sent you earlier?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there a problem? You don't want to get into it, or what's the deal?
Well, I mean, we haven't really talked about the match.
We're going to get to it. We're just going to house shows, and then we're going to talk about the match after that.
Okay. Just bear with me.
We got lots of stuff, man. Like, we don't go over to it. I got a ton of shit, man, and I'm fucking stoked because... And we rushed through this, by the way, people. Like, this is Andrew calling me about an hour and a half ago saying, you want to record? I'm like, I'm sleeping. I was awake, but I was still like kind of half and half.
Yeah. Well,
this guy lives before, not to cut you off, but people, we got to understand, he lives 4 hours behind me, time zone wise. He calls me and I'm still sleeping. What does that tell you?
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
I'm an early riser, early to bed.
Early riser? You've messaged me at 9:30 in the morning my time. Do the math.
Oh man, I wake up to nature calls, and then what happens instead of going right back to bed? What do? I look at my phone.
Oh, here we go.
So there were a couple of Japanese house shows. First, we have All Japan. Toshiaki Kawada defeated Yoshinari Ogawa. Motoshi Okuma defeated Haru Sonata. Masanobu Fuchi and Isao Takagi defeated Osamu Teranashi and Haruka Aiden. He's, of course, famous for the spit spot in comedy six-man tag matches later on in the 90s. Osamu Teranashi versus Maito Inui ended without a winner as a double countout. Giant Baba, Tiger Mask 2, and Takashi Ishikawa defeated Rusher Kimura, Brady Boone, and George Weingroff. John Tenta defeated Carl von Steiger. Yoshiaki Yatsu and Shinichi Nakano defeated Ashura Hara and Goru Surami by disqualification. Jumbo Shruda and the Great Kabuki defeated Jason the Terrible and Tor Kamada. Ganishiro Tenru and Hiroshi Wajima defeated Texas Red and Tiger Jeet Singh.
Texas Red? That's Taker.
That's Undertaker, yeah.
Yeah.
The average age of the wrestlers was 35.4 years. That's a neat
Yeah.
little...
Yeah, I've seen that. That's cool. That's a really wrestling data, by the way. If anyone wants to check that
Mhm.
site out, I'll put a link in there. Really cool site, man. I love it. For this is awesome. What's the New Japan show looking like?
New Japan, we had Masatsu Funaki defeated Akira Nogami. Don Arakawa defeated Shinya Hashimoto. Hiro Saito and Norio Honanga defeated Shinji Kasuji and Tatsugoshi Goto. Killer Brooks defeated Masahiro Chono. Daryl Peterson, also known as Max Payne, Man Mountain Rock, defeated Hacksaw Higgins by disqualification. Scott Hall and Tony St. Clair defeated Nobuhiko Takada and Osamu Kiru. Yoshiaki Fujiwara defeated Alexis Smirnov in 87. Kunaki Kobayashi and Super Strong Machine defeated Kantaro Hoshino and Seiji Sakaguchi in 11 minutes and 45 seconds. That was the only one given time. Actually, there's also the main event has a time. Masa Saito and Super Strong Machine defeated George Takano and Kingo Kimura. And the main event, Antonio Inoki defeated Konga the Barbarian, also known as Barbarian, in 7 minutes and 14 seconds. The average age of the wrestlers was 32.6. And that took place in Kagoshima, Japan, at the Kagoshima Prefectural Gymnasium.
Look, you are so much better than me spelling in Japanese, and I fucking butcher them. So yeah, we'll jump into the show. I'll go back to the house shows once we're done talking about the show itself, the match. So do you want to go over the actual? I'll go over the actual TV tape, like just that episode. I'm not going over the whole TV tape because we'll be here for a fucking year. First off, this is May 30th, 1987. First, I'm going to go over the champions of the World Wrestling Federation at this point in time. I want you to kind of you guess most of them, but guess the women's tag champions.
Is it the Glamour Girls?
It is the Glamour, and they look rough. Oh my god, man! Like they're not too glamorous. The women's champion,
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, it's not Sherry yet. Sherry wins it like I think in a couple months. Tag champs, Heart Foundation. We have them right here.
Yeah.
And IC champ Ricky Steamboat. He only has it for like 3 more days, as he loses it June 2nd.
Yep. And we saw that he had a cage match against Savage tonight.
Yeah, yeah. And Hogan's the world champion. Let me go find the... I gotta go find it here. Hold on a second. TV tapings. Here we go. Superstars of Wrestling. This May 30th, 1987. It was in Anaheim, California at the Anaheim Convention Center. It was taped on May 12th, 1987. The matches, and I'll go over the rest, and then we'll jump into the match we're going to talk about. Honky Tonk Man defeated Billy Anderson in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Jim Duggan defeated Iron Mike Sharp in 1 minute and 53 seconds. King Harley Race with Bobby Heenan defeated Joe Murto in 1 minute and 52 seconds. Ricky Steamboat defeated Dusty Wolf in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. And the opening match, the Islanders against the Can-Am Connection. So we got Rick Bartel and Tom Zenk. Let's just kind of quickly...
Can-Am Connection, baby.
Let's go over this real quickly. They come in like early... They come in early 87 or maybe late 86?
Late 86. Actually, like in the fall of 86, in some of the early challenges, they have some vignettes where kind of doing like the fabulous ones, but way toned down.
Thank God.
They of course, had teamed in All Japan. They were in the Real World Tag League, and we'll hopefully get some of those matches later on in the series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this match starts out, I think they're both, they're Can-Am's in the ring, Islanders come out, and Islanders have music. I don't remember them having music before this. Is this the first time they get music?
I can't say for sure. This era is very murky for me because while I did see a couple of shows here and there, I wasn't watching weekly.
Yeah.
I was mostly following via tapes and magazines. But I did note that there was a jobber entrance for the Can-Am Connection. But at this time, in this era, not a big deal. You didn't need to have a lot of fireworks and sprinklers and video wall. It's just you're in the ring. I mean, and because a lot of wrestlers did not have theme songs. When do you think they converted over to where the entire roster had themes?
Maybe 92?
Nails?
I don't know.
And Berserker never had a theme.
Yeah, best guy
But I
for the
mean,
Rumble.
it was rare. It used to be it was rare for wrestlers with themes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this here, they come to the ring. They get Bruno time to talk. Actually, it's surprising. Bruno actually gets involved a little bit,
Quite a
which
bit.
Bruno never says shit. So they go in, and okay, I'm not giving it away, but it's very obvious what's going to happen here. They're already dropping some.
Oh, there's a lot
subtle.
of foreshadowing. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that Bruno, unprompted, mentions, "Oh, what's going on? I thought Bobby Heenan had a tag team he was going to show us."
Yeah, it's like, thanks, Bruno. Thanks, you dummy. Like, you just gave it away to us. So they start out, wrestling. I can't exact holds on that show, like basic tag match, face versus face. They cut to a promo of the Islanders just laughing. So right there, like, okay, they're turning heel. Like, how much more do we need to know about? You jump into the rest. All I remember really is the finish.
Yeah, I had a little bit here. We have Haku and Martel to start, and that made me think, if you had to rate these guys or rank them from favorite to least favorite, or least favorite to favorite, what would your order go?
I'd probably go like Martel, Tama, Zenk, and then Haku. I like Tama. No, least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like Tama, man. Tama was good.
Tom and the Islanders was a revelation. Like, he's great, but then that's it. Like, I don't even like the Tanya Kid stuff. I don't like the Samoan Savage stuff. It's just
I don't mind the Samoan Savage stuff. I don't mind the Samoan Savage.
Really? I find he's such a drop in quality from Fatu and Samu. I found that Fatu and Samu, even though Fatu and Savage are twins, I found Fatu had more chemistry with Samu, but that's besides the point.
He does a diving headbutt and this one outside the ring, but that's when the heel turn starts. But keep going.
Yeah. So Haku and Martel start. Then we get the laughing insert promo. Tom Zenk tags in. We've got Arm City. Heenan makes his way to ringside. Then we have a double diving headbutt from Tama and Haku onto Zenk. Then Tama slams Zenk outside, follows with a headbutt. And at this point, if you're in the nosebleeds or if you're in the bathroom, you know that the Islanders are no longer good guys. They're rule breakers. They are aligned with Bobby Heenan. And count out victory for the new heel tag team. And Tama is giving me Smash vibes. And what I mean by that is I found with Demolition and when they were initially managed by Fuji, not Valiant, but Fuji, it always felt like the order was Fuji was the boss, Axe was more of his contemporary, and Smash looked up to Fuji. And I found that was I got that vibe from Tama looking up to Heenan, whereas Haku was like business as usual. And how about the Heenan family at this time? You've got Orndorff, you've got the Islanders, Grace, Andre, Rude's on his way, like soon.
Bundy's there.
Bundy, yep. Would you say this is when the Heenan family was at their peak, or would you say 89, or would you say 86, 85? Like, when would you say the Heenan family?
Well, no, I'd probably go 89 because they had Rude, the Brainbusters, because they were both champions. I mean, they didn't really have champions in 87, but the whole summer was based around the Heenan family.
Well, it was all based on and the thing is, too, Andre's a main event player. In 89, they had upper mid-card, but they didn't really have anybody challenging Hogan or Savage. For when that little period of time when Savage.
Yeah, no, 87's really good, definitely. It's really good. So they turned him heel. Zenk leaves pretty soon after this. I think he's gone in like a couple weeks.
Shortly. And then they transitioned to Strike Force, which I always found funny. It kind of reminds me of Coco Beware if you think about it, because Zenk and Martel come in and they're white trunks, baby faces. Yeah. And then Zenk, fucks off. And then we've got Tito replaces him. He adopts the white trunks. Martel, goes his own way. Santana keeps the white trunks. And if you think about it, the new foundation, Neidhart was doing these big outfits and stuff when he was color commentating on Challenge, has that same gear when he's teaming up with Owen. Then Neidhart leaves. Coco takes his place, adopts the uniform. And then when Owen fucks off, Coco keeps the gear, so it's kind of like parallel to Tito keeping the.
You know how they do Tito's the Strike Force angle, how to set it up, right? You seen how they set it up
at Mania 5, or you mean TV before?
No, to get them together as a Strike Force.
Oh yeah, with Tito doing commentary for the Spanish language.
Yeah. And then he saves him. And I'm thinking it's pretty close. Yeah, it's a pretty close thing. So that's that. Let's shit. We gotta go over a bit more. We can't just leave it at that. Because I got a whole bunch of other stuff we have to go over, but I mean, do we we should maybe
it's a 5-minute match. It's more of an angle than a match, honestly. I mean, these teams have better matches in them, and I'm sure we'll watch them later on.
Oh yeah, they got some MSG shows I think that are pretty good. Yeah. So I'm gonna hop into the rest of the house shows because I have a few to go over. There's some funny ones. Listen to this one. ASW. This is in your home area of Surrey, British Columbia.
Okay.
This is 1987. This is a show listing.
Let me see if I can guess some of the talent. Diamond Timothy Flowers, Vern Siebert.
Timothy Flowers is in there.
Is Ole Olsen on the card?
Yeah, Ole Olsen's there. So you like a fucking I'll go over the matches.
Yeah.
David Scott defeated Joe Martin. Doug McCool defeated Harley the Knight Rider by disqualification.
I wonder if he was doing a biker gimmick. Or if he was doing like Knight Rider gimmick.
Like this fucking TV show. Delta Dawn defeated the Blue Angel. Tom and Kid and the Frog defeated Joe Cagle and Sonny Myers. And in the main event, which is a tag match, I have one picture here. Hold on. You try to guess who it is.
I don't know. I don't know.
That is J.R. Bundy and Rick Davis defeated Timmy Flowers and Ole Olsen.
Huh. That's that. You know what's funny? ASW still run shows.
Really? Do they still mislead their people thinking that certain things are there when they're not? Because
that was so 1980s. I remember our home promotion, Grand Prix. They had the Rock and Roll Rebel Express featuring Dino Ventura and Kid Dynamite.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let me jump into the next one. The next house show that we have. Oh, now we're gonna go JCP in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Civic Hall and Civic Center drew 5,500 people. Danny Brown defeated Thunderfoot 2. Baron Von Raschke defeated Mark Fleming. Todd Champion defeated Thunderfoot 1. For the NWA, the United States title, this is WCW, but NWA United States Tag Team titles, Ronnie Garvin, Barry Windham versus Midnight Express went to a 30-minute draw. The Four Horsemen, Lex Luger, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard defeated Road Warrior Hawk, Road Warrior Animal, and Dusty Rhodes by DQ. A chain match, Nikita Koloff defeated Ivan Koloff. Nikita Koloff is the U.S. heavyweight champion. And the main event, Ric Flair defeated Jimmy Garvin by disqualification. So that's not a bad little card, man.
Yeah, that sounds like the best show of the day. Like it's that one and it's the Savage Steamboat one that are like neck and neck because he also had the Bulldogs Heart Foundation on that one. But I mean, Garvin and Wyndham against the Midnights going half an hour. That sounds pretty good.
So the next one is Portland. They do a house show. I don't have anything else. I just have the house show itself. It's Art Cruz defeated Coco Samoa. Oh, it ended in a time limit draw. Billy Two Eagles defeated George Skolin. That's Arnold Skolin's kid. Portland. Mark Young defeated Sputnik. It ended in a time limit draw. So we have 2 time limit draws.
And do you know who Mark Young is?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I know, but tell me. I can't remember.
That's Chief Jay's son.
Yeah. Scott Patterson defeated Joey Jackson. In the main event, Rip Oliver defeated Mike Miller. That's that one. Let's see. Get out of there. Let's see. We have some tapings, but this is not long. 87 WTBS Studios. We have 4 matches. United States Heavyweight Champion Nikita Koloff defeated Art Prittis in 52 seconds. Jimmy Garvin defeated Tim Davis in 50 seconds. NWA International Tag Team Champions Road Warriors defeated Mike Force and Rick Sullivan in 1 minute and 8 seconds. And the last match, Ronnie Garvin defeated Barry Phelps at 1 minute and 16 seconds. Average age for that one, 32.4 years old.
Jesus, that show could be done in the span of an intermission.
Yes. Yeah. Next one, Stampede House Show. Cuban Assassin defeated Bob O'Brien. Kerry Brown defeated Big Fullerton. Vet Kong Express 1 and 2. When is it called the Vet Kong Express? Why the fuck did 1 and 2 down?
Do you know who one of the Viet Cong Express was?
Who's that?
Hiroshi Hase.
Okay. Well, defeated Johnny Smith and Yamada. I cannot pronounce who that is.
Oh, that's Jushin Liger.
That's what I thought, yeah. Bad News Allen defeated Ron Ritchie. For the Stampede International Tag Team titles, Bad Company and Bruce Hart and Brian Pillman defeated Mucka Singh and Ben Dune McDonald. In the main event, Stampede North American title, Owen Hart defeated Jerry Morrow. And I have one more house show to go, and then we will be good. Last one is another JCP house show. I don't have the spot where that's at. No, that's there. Wait a second.
So would this be their B crew? Because I mean,
no, they didn't. No, they did it twice. That's the TV tapings. That's all the house shows. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just start taking stuff out. So that's the house shows for the May 30th. Yeah, the Crockett one seemed pretty good.
Yeah.
That's house show time. So I have a fucking really cool thing. So when I was looking through the news, I have a Telegraph Journal subscription, which is our local newspaper. They have shit tons of archives. I'm sitting here going through that, thinking, well, I can't find shit. Well, dude, I think I have the fucking archives. I can go right into the newspapers and look. So there's an article in the Telegraph Journal from May 30th. This is the headline. Kids shouldn't try fascinating pro wrestling. I was like, whoa, holy shit. Blew my mind. So I'm going to kind of go over it a little bit. I don't want to like go through the whole article. It's actually pretty long. This is Sherry Ublecker is her name, the girl who wrote it from Toronto. It's under Canada Post. Under glare lights, egged on by cheers and catcalls of the crowd, the kings of pro wrestling bounce off the ropes and fly across the land of tightly laced knee-high boots on his opponent's ribs. For his mask, talking about this. Talking about Giants. Hulk Hogan.
So this was originally a Toronto article?
Yeah. It was Hulk Hogan has laid on a well-padded mat after dispensing Mr. Wonderful. It is fascinating to a 15-year-old boy who finds himself flat out on the playground concrete, his side and back bruised and sore. And I'll tell some funny shit here. But his best friend, who aimed the drop kick a year younger, lighter build, suffered a severe whiplash. Wait a second. How the fuck do you get whiplash from a drop kick?
Doing it or receiving it?
Doing it.
I don't know, man. Fragile kid, I guess.
This imitation by young kids and teenagers of super hyped WrestleMania craze is resulting in increasing numbers of injuries. Some of them are serious, says Dr. Gary Goodyear, director of college chiropractor sports science. Let's go to the next one here. I think we're so good.
Let me, as an aside, how many indie shows do you think have called their show WrestleMania?
Oh, there's been a few, easily. Probably 3 that day.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Goodyear says he has seen about 10 such injuries from wrestling moves in the last month at his clinic in Cambridge near Kitchener, Ontario. Recently, he treated a 16-year-old boy whose friend decided to try a backbreaker. The backbreaker is just that, Goodyear explains. The victim picked him up, dropped backside down on over his opponent's knee. This type of thing is crazy, Gary said in an interview. Explained the patient suffered, I'm going to hold on here, bruised kidneys and traces of blood in his urine.
You know what that is, Scott?
Stupid kids?
That's kids who don't know how to work. Like, look, I worked a lot of matches with my friends, and nobody ever got hurt because we took care of each other. You got these reckless kids out there doing these outlaw mud shows. Gets me worked up.
This gets better. Learn how to work. He could have ruptured his spleen. He could have broken his back. These people are not trained to make these moves properly or receive them. Let's see the rest of it. Oh my Jesus Christ! A 15-year-old was hurt when her boyfriend, it's a girl, tried to intimidate and try to do another pro wrestling move called the pile driver. Like, holy fuck, dude! Do not put your friend in the pile driver. You don't know how to land properly.
Yeah,
and Wisdom Victim was picked up.
Make sure their head's not below your legs, kids. Use your thick thighs. They save lives.
Let's see here. Toronto chiropractor Dr. Stuart O'Brien, who is in the last 2 years has treated 20 patients aged 12 to 17 who try to imitate pro wrestling heroes. So they didn't put that in there properly. Let's see what else they got here. Injuries.
And that's funny that this was in the May 30th Telegraph Journal.
Hey, Targatron wasn't that bad.
I just like the name. Just being able to say that's funny.
Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. I'm trying to find some more injuries they have. I don't want to stop anyone from having fun. I just don't want to see these kids. I just want to see these kids know that for a fun time on a Saturday night, this isn't it. Let's see what else we got. I think that's it. Yeah. So basically, these kids are fucking stupid, man. Like, don't give someone a putter. I want to know worst injury you've inflicted on someone play wrestling. I got mine.
I super kicked my friend Dale, but he was fine. It was mostly just the shock of being kicked.
Okay.
It's not like he lost any teeth or a broken jaw or anything. It was
Where'd you get him?
Right in the chin.
Oh.
It was right in when I lived on Mecklenburg. We were wrestling around the living room. I remember we used to always like move the coffee table.
Oh yeah, didn't the car get broken? It got broke, didn't it? It got broke, didn't it, at one point, or almost did?
I don't remember that, but
Anyway,
I just remember kicking him and him like going into the little like closet, and it was funny.
You know, for me, I took a friend's toothache with an elbow drop. I had my mother's room would have like the bed and we had the dresser. So I got up on the dresser doing Savage, came right down and bam, just right. And I remember him flipping. I'm like, oh no, it's just a pussy. It's only a tooth. Like we lived in the hood, so it didn't matter. But it was pretty. And I'm going to show you actually here. I got the that's the headline for the article. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, we remember the time when we were drinking the alcohol beverage and Chris H. I'm not going to mention his last name. Bladed. Remember when he bladed one time we were playing wrestling?
I don't remember that. No,
you don't remember that? Oh, yeah,
no,
bladed.
I don't remember
carpet.
every little thing. I don't remember every little thing.
You had carpet too, which was insanity. So that's kind of a fun little article. I was pretty pumped when I seen that. I was like, wow, look at the timing on that. How wild is that? I'm gonna hop into sports real quick, and then we'll jump into a few other things here. Let's go sports of that day. So I got some pictures to go with this. For baseball, here's a fun little picture. It's a stub from Oakland A's and the New York Yankees game, May 30th, 1987.
Did the Yankees win that one?
I'm going to go over it right now.
Okay.
So where are we at? And that's in them games we have the Cubs defeated the Atlanta Braves 11-6.
Let me guess.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, Gray Bags was the winning pitcher on that one. Seattle Mariners and Baltimore Orioles.
I'm going to say Mariners.
12-0. Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox.
I'm going to say White Sox one.
3-2 in 10 innings. Milwaukee Brewers and Cleveland Indians Guardians.
I'm going to say Milwaukee one.
6-5 in 10. Texas Rangers and Kansas City Royals.
Royals?
Yeah, 12-7. Their starting pitcher was nine. His record was 9-1. Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Is it the Dodgers?
3-0. Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees. The tickets I showed you.
Was it Oakland?
4-3. See Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Cincinnati?
6-2. New York Mets and the San Diego Padres.
I'm going to say the Padres.
Mets 3-0.
My first loss.
Montreal Expos, the San Francisco Giants.
Giants?
Montreal 6-4. Houston Astros and your St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals?
3-2. California Angels and Toronto Blue Jays. One of the many names of the fucking Angels.
Oh, see, that's what I remember the most. I remember them being the California Angels.
They were there longer than 2 years. That's why.
And then when they became the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was a dumb name. I'm going to say Blue Jays won.
4-3 in 10 innings. Okay, so we have that. Now, hockey at the time is in between Game 6 and 7 of the Cup final. Yeah, so they're on a day off.
And that's Philly and Edmonton?
Philly and Edmonton. The conference finals for the NBA is actually Game 7 that night. And it's against the Pistons and the Celtics. So picture right there.
I'm going to say Celtics one.
And let's go back and look. Oh, wait, I went to the wrong one. I can close that one out now. The Celtics won 117-114. Pretty tight game.
Yep.
Larry Bird.
I think there's NBA playoffs going on right now.
Yeah, I know. Is there a game right now?
Yeah. It's the Bucks and the Raptors.
Yeah, I don't. No, you mean the 76ers and Raptors.
That's what I meant. Yeah, 76.
So we're gonna jump into a whole bunch of fucking screenshots here. Well, I have them. So for TV, this is what's going on TV. I start at 8:30 at night. This is our listings, by the way. This is not American, but we have our stuff. 8:30 on channel 3 for us. Check it out. Which don't know what the fuck that is.
I do. That was a sitcom, a Canadian sitcom, starring the fella who played Maxwell Smart from Get Smart. He also voiced Inspector Gadget. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It was set in a grocery store. I recommend if you like 80s cheese, like stuff like Learning the Ropes and Who's the Boss and whatnot. It's mindless entertainment, and it was what we watched back then. If it had a laugh track, we were sitting in front of the TV watching.
And this episode, this is when Howard gets fired after asking for a raise. Christian causes the store to deteriorate. Oh, well, look at that. On NBC, we had a show called Nags. And then on Channel 5, we had Big Country Videos. That's for 8:30. At 9, we had West. It was a movie. On NBC, we had Facts of Life. Outlaws. And this one you'll like. Willie Nelson. And on Channel 7, Willie Nelson and Ray Charles had a show.
Right. Seven Spanish Angels.
They had a show. Let's go back in here and take a look. That was Live from Austin Limits, which is a really kick. You ever hear of any of that shows?
Oh God, yeah.
They did a radio. I'm a big Radiohead fan. They did an amazing Radiohead show in there. 9:30 at 227. Brenda invites the boy to her home while our parents are out for the evening. Oh, that's
the character Jackie, or the character, the actress Jackie. I can't remember what her character was on 227. It might have even been Jackie, but she was one of my first crushes. I got a kick out of her.
Well, this Brenda seems like a real whore, letting people come to her house when her parents aren't home. She's probably giving BJs and stuff. On Channel 10, we have another movie, Men of the Fighting Lady from 1954. So 10 o'clock, we have Golden Girls. After undergoing a major surgery, Dorothy's ex-husband Stan convinces his former wife's... They didn't do that right at all. They didn't spell it right. It's a repeat, by the way, because there's an R in brackets. Another movie, The Outlaw of Jesse Wales.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
That's
the one where he says the line, "Dying ain't much of a living, boy."
On ABC, we had The Lady is a Champ, which is just a country singer. At 10:30 on NBC, we have Mr. and Mrs. C. Never heard of it. Probably that's the reason why I never heard of it, because I don't think it stuck around too long. Let's see where we're at here. 11 o'clock, the Spencer for Hire. We have Hunter. Let's see, that's that.
Actually, that reminds me, in junior high, we had a teacher, Mr. Cunningham, and I remember the first time having him, he said, "You guys can call me Mr. C," but I never did, because I don't like I don't like when somebody says, "Call me this."
Yeah,
like it has to be earned.
How about I call you douchebag?
How about I call you what I want?
Yeah. Another Austin City Limits show. This one's Glenn Campbell. That one's on there. We have the news, shit like that, all through. There's another show called Yes, Mister. And I'm going to go over the cartoons and stuff, too. They're coming up in a second here. I just going to go through these real quick because I'm almost
And then, honestly, the great thing about doing the show is, ladies and gentlemen, kids who are watching, professional wrestling used to be a Saturday thing and Sunday. Like the idea of Wednesday or Thursday or Monday, maybe with prime time, but not really, because it wasn't a unique matches.
We have
Saturday thing, and now they do the occasional pay-per-view on Saturday, but where are the Saturday shows? There's untapped potential. What else are you gonna be watching? Infomercials.
You could be watching the children's telethon at 12:30 at night, which the snutless little brats don't need any fucking money. Who's in there? Let's see who's hosting that. It's broadcast from Disneyland in Anaheim, California. A fundraiser benefiting pediatric hospitals in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Australia, Jamaica. Telethon chairman Malcolm Jamal Warner from Cosby Show. And Jimmy Vance.
You mentioned earlier the Facts of Life was on NBC. Was it still on, or was that a rerun?
Well, a little bit of rerun because it was May. It was late May. All were already done. Yeah,
but it was still, they were still producing shows as late as '87. Oh, I thought they were over earlier than that.
No. So we have that Saturday Night Live, Steven Guttenberg, that's the guy from Police Academy, 3 Men and a Baby, all that shit. He's on there. All right, so let's jump in. I think I am ready to go. 1 a.m., a couple shows. Star Search is on at 2 a.m. That children's telephone is still fucking going at 3:15 a.m. Like, they're really trying to get money out of people. I'm going to close that out. That's that other one I just had. That's something I'm going to get to later. Where is my fucking... I think I don't...
Hold on, there's not any chance of this one being monetized.
That sucks. I think I have it right here. I do have it right here. That's my bad. Okay. So cartoons. You're going to have it in front of you. There they are. There's the cartoons from...
I can't see it because my phone is my camera.
But you can see some of it, can't you?
Yeah, I can see starting from Gummy Bears down.
Yeah, that's like me. Yeah, I got Smurfs in there.
No. Okay, I'm going to move my phone up a bit.
Ahead. Yeah,
let's go each half-hour block. What show you would choose to watch?
Okay.
So let's start at 9.
I can only see so much. I was in the same.
Okay, I'll tell you. There's Circle Square.
I have it now. I have it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude, because I don't think I know any of these ones. No, I'm gonna pass. I'm just gonna not watch TV at 9.
I would go with either Wuzzles or Berenstain Bears, and gun to the head, I'd probably go with Wuzzles for that one. How about 9:30?
Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely, no question. 10 o'clock Smurfs, 100%. I'm all with the Smurfs.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, Muppet Babies too, man. That's a tough call.
Yeah, Smurfs is pretty awesome.
Smurfs is awesome, but I love Muppet Babies. I'm gonna go Muppet Babies actually.
All right, number 10.
10:30.
Well, I go Charlie Brown and Snoopy.
Yeah, I mean that's. I guess.
11 a.m. I go Flintstone Kids. Because
not a Voltron fan.
No.
Yeah.
Here we go with the rest. 11:30. Alvin and Chipmunks.
Yeah.
12.
Thundercats is good too, though. I mean, that's tough.
Maybe Bugs Bunny.
See, like I said before, I always viewed Bugs Bunny and Tweety as an old person's cartoon, and Astro Boy was more of a early show. I wouldn't watch it later on in the day. I guess see what that Galaxy High is all about.
So we have 12:30. Kind of running out of options here. Punky Brewster, maybe. Oh, Transformers. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay. 1 o'clock, wrestling, Channel 15.
Yeah, easy.
And the last one, 2 o'clock.
Grand Prix, baby.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'm beating Care Bears every time.
So we're going to go into music. We have some fun.
You know, honestly, Scott, right around this time is my first ever house show. My first ever wrestling show that I went to.
Oh, Grand Prix. Yeah.
Grand Prix. Yeah, with my aunt and uncle.
So I have top singles from this week. I have top albums and top movies. I have something a little fun for the movies.
So I want to guess each number one.
Okay, top singles. Always Atlantic Star. Never heard of them. Big Love by Fleetwood Mac. You Keep Me Hanging On by Kim Waddell. What? Well, why? I don't fucking know.
Wild.
The Lady in Red. Chris de Burgh. And number 1.
Is it bad?
With or Without You by U2, which is very amusing because I was listening to music last night and that song came on my playlist. Top 5 albums. Number 5, Simply Red Man. And Simply Red, sorry, Men and Woman. That's my bad. I didn't put a space there. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. The Cult, Electric. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. Number 1.
Is it Ashton Baby?
Well, no, because that was a 91. This is a 7.
Oh, sorry. Joshua Tree?
Yeah. That's number 1. So the movies. Number 5, Tin Man. Number 4, Lethal Weapon. Number 3, Platoon. Number 2, Blind Date. What's number 1 to you?
Is it Predator?
Hold on one second here. It is not. It is this one.
Those talented graduates are back in Police Academy.
Oh! I want to welcome all of you to
Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol.
The Police Academy has offered to train you citizens
You just don't think I'm fast enough anymore, do you?
to better protect yourselves.
Do we get to pack heat?
Attention all cars, attention all cars.
Mahoney,
Gee, I love saying that.
Jones, Hightower, Sweet Chuck, Zed, and Tackleberry.
Good idea.
From now on, by land,
You have the right to remain silent.
Who's gonna save me?
by sea, or by air, there's no escaping justice.
Gentlemen, may I see your license and registration, please?
I can blast them out of the sky, sir. Not yet. I should give them a warning shot first.
Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
Now be careful, because a 44 Magnum has quite a kick.
See it in your neighborhood while you still have one.
That's the number one movie of that weekend. And
I think
used to
that was the last one of their series that made it to number one. After that, this was the last Steve Gutenberg Police Academy.
I used to love them as a kid, man. I was
Me
a
too.
huge fan. Yeah, a big fan. They're
You know what
probably
I like
so
about
fucking bad. What's that?
I liked the formula. Like every Police Academy followed the same formula. They were going to go to the Blue Oyster Club. What's her name? The really mousy voiced one would always
Yeah.
free sucker. You know, it would be like comfort food. And I like the posters too. They were very welcoming. When you're in the movie store and you're trying to decide what to watch and you see something like that, you're like, okay, I'll watch Police Academy.
Yeah, it's a cool little movie. I remember. I think like was it like one's the best one of them all? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Although
But
I don't like two. Two's the one that introduces. I think it's two. It may be three. But I want to say it's two that introduces the Zed character. The Bobcat Goldthwait. Probably my favorite in the Police Academy franchise.
Yeah, it's a good little movie. I thought that was kind of fun. I mean, this was really put together really quickly on the fly. I mean, I burned through these really, really fast. So I think the next episode we're kind of, and again, this is only episode 2. We're kind of getting into a groove of what we want to do. I know, we didn't really go over the match too much, but again, it's a 5-minute match. It's a good match. I'm gonna link it definitely in the description. But it's definitely. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that's one of the joys of Zenk is just how many tag matches he's a part of. So even if you're not the biggest Z-Man fan, we'll find something that you like. And even his Zenk, I've never heard anybody say that he's really shitty. Like there's a lot of wrestlers who are awful, and sometimes you hear Zenk referred to as like the Robert Gibson of his tag teams, the lesser of the workers, but it's not like we're watching bad, awful, boring, slow.
So what you're
match.
telling me is we don't want to go through every Outback Jack match because I'll do that.
Well, the problem with that, Scott, is it's one promotion and it's like one year. I mean,
not even. Well, No, but I mean, no, I think it's cool. I love the idea of doing the research of the day. I'm more about the history kind of side of it. But again, I'll link that in there. I'm thinking what else I'll link. I'll link that. Really nothing else to link. If I find that Philly show from Crockett, I might link it.
Yeah.
You know. But so that was May 30th, 1987. That was a good time. Oh no, I got a couple more things. Hold on, don't go anywhere else. Don't leave. I have a couple just pictures. Like from the local newspaper for the theater.
Okay.
So we have that. We have this one. That's we probably with a pencil. I love my pencil. Going to get nominated for 13 Academy Awards. Just looking slack drawing it. With Secret of Success. I remember that movie. Parkway Mall.
Yeah.
Down there. And this one here. Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop 2 or any of the other sequels. I've only seen the first one.
First one's great. That's so good. And then Ernest Goes to Camp. Or no, what's that? Is that Ernest Goes to Camp? I can't see it.
Yeah, that was his first one. His second one, Ernest Saves Christmas, was my first live action movie going experience. Prior to that, I had seen an animated feature.
So that's I remember like being a kid and having like aunts and uncles, but they're like very like my mother had me when she was 20. So she had younger brothers and sisters. So a lot of my uncles and aunts were like early 20s. So they were the cool people. Do you know what I mean? So they would go see something like Beverly Hills Cop, and I'm like 8. No, what's this, 87? So I'm 9. I can't go see Beverly Hills Cop. But it's crazy about TV and movies back then. I remember watching Richard Pryor at like 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think I was like 9 or 10 the first, maybe even earlier, the first time I saw like dirty stuff in the movie. But I mean, certainly not like adult film. I remember
yours was
that would come later when I saw hardcore stuff, and I was like, oh wow.
The scramble stuff
no, that would come even a little bit later. But
keep going. I gotta tell a story about that, but keep going.
Yeah, 87 for me was renting wrestling tapes, was playing with my toys, going to our camp every weekend, and especially like when the weather's better. So during this time, it may not even have been a matter of us not having.
You just not seeing it, not watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, just going out and doing kid stuff.
I remember you talking about scrambled porn. I remember back would have been 96. That was a funny story. So it unscrambled. And everybody was calling everybody. I remember my phone was ringing like off the hook. It's unscrambled. Put it on channel, whatever. It's unscrambled. Oh my God. And I'm telling you, man, there was a lot of 15-year-old boys loving life at that day because we were all like, this is the best thing ever.
Oh, I remember when I told you before about how I had the key to my grandfather's place, and if he wasn't there, I would just go there instead of going to school. Yeah. And I remember I was planning on going to school that day. Like in my head, I'm going to school. Yeah. I'm not going to like not go to school. And I just flipped through channels while I was getting dressed, and Viewer's Choice 7, the movie 7, was clear as day, and I was like, I can't go to school. Yeah, 7's in, and so I watched it, and I kept like thinking at any point it's gonna lose, like it's gonna like go to static, and no, the whole movie.
You lucked out, dude. I didn't have that luxury as a kid. If I left, I went to school because where the hell was I gonna go? We opened the school uptown, so we'd go to the mall and stuff and hang out, which is a sin now. But anyway, so that's May 30th, 1970. Hey, listen, so anyone's still watching this, I think it's we didn't go too long. If you have a request for a Tom Zenk match, tell us. We'll watch it.
Yeah, if you have a link to it, because I'm always trying different scenarios like Can-Am Connection versus Tom Zenk versus Z-Man versus Tom Zenk and Brian Pillman versus. I'm searching for all the ones that you would think, and I think I got everything that I could right now. But there's always new stuff being added to YouTube, and so if you have any tips for some Z-Man matches, like don't bother me with pay-per-views. We'll get to that. Our super shows, the ones that we'll build towards, will be the pay-per-view matches. Those may even be Patreon. You may have to pay extra for it.
No, they're not enough people watching to pay extra. I'm not paying extra, and I'm one of the only viewers, so fuck you. I'm recording this shit.
It's possible. His first one's Mania 3. His last one, I think, is
WCW something.
Yeah, Battle Bowl, maybe he's in that. Other than that, I'm trying to think if he made any pay-per-view appearances, like what his latest pay-per-view appearance was. And in my mind, I'm thinking it's got to be like a Battle Bowl, because that's kind of like their equivalent to Royal Rumble, where you get your guys on there, get a payday.
Fucking sleep that thing. All right, don't forget to subscribe, people. Hit the follow, or not the follow. I can't even think. Hit the subscribe, notification bell, comment, like, dislike, don't care. And we will see you again in another episode of Abyss to Zenk. Have a great day.